What's up, everybody? Michael Davis here, MCD Reptiles, coming at you with another video. I'm sorry I haven't been on the YouTube for a while, on the YouTube bandwagon for a while. I was waiting for my, I had other stuff I had to worry about at school and all that stuff. But anyways, I'm back, guys. So, anyways, what we're looking in here is now my Crested Gecko Gozer's tank. For those of you who don't know where these guys come from, they are from an island nation called New Caledonia. And New Caledonia is a unique island ecosystem. In fact, the crested geckos are endemic to the islands. So those there's the only place you're going to find them out in the wild. Another thing that's endemic about this island is they have a conifer tree there that has only existed during the time of the dinosaurs, and is still growing on that island. It is a very ancient tree source. All right. So the name of the island that in New Caledonia these crested geckos are found is called the Isle of Pines. And that is where you find also that rare conifer tree I just mentioned. Anyways, we're going to move on now. We're just taking a look at, actually, let's see if we can't find Gozer in here first. Where are you at, Gozer? Gozer. Where did you go? Oh, he's right there. He's behind his... Alright, I'm going to leave him alone. He's behind his log. I just spotted him. So what I do here is I feed him with this is a little ball cap right here. How I feed him. Little thing, just make sure that he's eating, and obviously he is, because this was filled with Rapashi last night, and he eats it overnight. Another thing I added, in case he really needs to drink water, he has two sources of water in here. He has this little bromeliad right here they can get a drink out of. He has this little water dish down here too they can get a drink out of. The other thing I do run in here is a fogger, which currently right now I got to refill the reservoir, but I guess I could run it for a little bit and show you guys how it runs, just so you guys can get a really good look at how cool this is when the fog is rolling in it. Just for those of you who haven't been on my channel yet. Anyways, yeah. So I got the fogger running right now. I'm gonna be turning it off real fast because once again, like I said, my water level in there is pretty low. But anyways. The type of fogger I have in this tank is called a Zoomeds Reptifogger. Alright? Zoomeds Reptifogger. It's a really awesome thing. It helps up with the humidity levels in the tank. I do have to figure out how to take care of the humidity levels in here right now, as they are below optimal levels, but I could be wrong. I think 65 is the minimum that you want in there, in the tank anyways. So anyways, yeah, so that's my Crested Gecko Gozer. We're gonna move on now to my giant day gecko from Madagascar. It's Juno. Juno is the name of this little guy, and the little guy is actually right there. You can see him. He's right there. He is. Yep. So everybody who doesn't know what this guy is, this is another rare endemic species that is only found on a couple Madagascar, a few of the islands around it. I think they also find them on Reunion Island. I'm not sure. For those of you who don't know where Reunion Island is, it's part of an archipelago off the coast of Madagascar, and it's part of Polynesia. But anyways, we're gonna move. So this is pretty much his enclosure. Right now, I'm temporarily using my Crested Gecko's heat lamp right here for him, because the Crested Gecko has another tank heater also going, so that provides just enough heat for him. This right here is just temporary because I gotta get another one of these bulbs right here, little Zoomeds Reptisun bulbs, and so yeah, or day bulbs, the Zoomeds day bulbs and all that. This one burnt out, just a little 60 watt, but yeah. So anyways, the next thing we have on our agenda here is this is the enclosure for the day gecko. I have a UVB bulb on here, due to the fact that, like I said, he's a day gecko, so he needs sunlight, fake sunlight, to produce D3, vitamin D3. And for those of you who don't know what is so important about vitamin D3 is absolutely essential to a reptile, so that they are able to produce calcium in their bones and prevent a metabolic bone disease and all that. But also to help them out with that and all that, I cover his crickets with this Exoterra Calcium D+ as well, And a little bit of this Reptivite is also mixed in there with the calcium. This gives him his other vitamins he needs. For both of my crested gecko and my day gecko, I also feed them the Rapashi, which they absolutely love. I feed this to them let's see, I put about, every 3 days I put the Rapashi in there, and every 2 days, and every other day I'll put crickets in there for them. Just recently, yesterday, these guys got crickets, and I'm pretty sure he has still some crickets in here for this guy. He hasn't got any crickets yet, because I'm running really low on it, so I'm saving them up for my other reptiles that don't eat Rapashi all the time. So anyways, we're going on over here now to my Chinese water dragon. My Chinese water dragon, Tiao Wen. He's actually sitting right there. Yeah, he's covered in dirt because he's been digging around in there again and being a little dingus. But anyways, who cares? You're just being a silly little lizard, aren't you, Tiao Wen? Yep, yes you are. So anyways, yeah. So, Tiao Wen is my Chinese water dragon. I've had him for about maybe since January, so I've had him for quite a while. He is doing amazingly well. I will have to rebuild his tank up a little bit more. I'm thinking that rather than building a huge tank from scratch, which I probably might just do anyways, but I've been thinking of another option. Is just add another tank on top of this one, take the bottom out, and just add another tank on top of this, take this whole lid off, add another tank on top of this, duct tape it together, and turn this into like a 90-gallon tank and make it go vertical for them. I mean, the fact that these guys are arboreal species and they need their height. As you can see right now, it's a little too close to the ground for him, and that's probably why he's digging, is because there's not enough depth for him. But I had to do that on purpose because this was all flooding up over here because of this. For some reason, was letting water leak all the way through, and I really didn't like that. So, anyways, we're gonna move on now. Move on to the other parts of his tank here. Like I said, I added a little water feature to him. So the water feature here turns this from a terrarium into what you would call a paludarium. I can't remember if that's how you spell it, but Just remind me in the comments below. So tell me how to really say it, because I'm having a hard time really understanding. So paludariums are something it's half land, half water. You've had fish and all that stuff. Mind you, none of the plants in here are living plants. They're all fake plants and all that. That's why the water, the log in there is also fake. That's why the water's staying nice and crystal clear. The other animals I have in here, I have my 2 opaline gouramis. I have my 3 tiger barbs in here. I have 2 red tigers, which you can see them starting to swim underneath right there. You can see one swimming right at the very bottom down there. You see the red tail sharks. I have somewhere hiding in here is also a very small Cory cat, which I don't know where he's at, but he's somewhere in there. I know he's alive somewhere, but we'll find him eventually. Anyways, Tiao Wen is moving around there right now. So, yeah. So he's doing awesomeness, really awesome. Pretty much, yep. Next thing before we move on to the other animals over here, I wanted to show you guys my fish tank that I have, my 10-gallon fish tank. Just mind the cord. Sorry about that. The cord wrapped around my tank, but oh well. So anyways, I got this tank. This is my 10-gallon freshwater aquarium, all live planted. So mind you, this is the first time I've ever done live planted anything. So if this succeeds, I'll know I'll be able to succeed in making live plant terrariums succeed. And so far, it does look like it is absolutely succeeding for me. The piece of wood right there is a big old piece of Mapani wood, and the screwed up part about it is I forgot to boil it. So when I put it in the water, after a while, it started releasing a whole bunch of tannins, and that's why the water color right now looks like a bunch of really light tea color to it, but it's not really affecting the plants that much. And the cool thing about having tannins in your water is if you got live plants, it helps kill prevent any bad bacteria from building up. and all that stuff. So the type of fish I have in here, I have 3 zebra Daniels, 3 neon tetras, 1 cory cat, and I have 2 algae eater fish in here, which I'm not sure where the algae eaters are at right now. They're probably just hiding. But anyways, there's my cory cat. He's hanging out right there. My Julie Cory. So yeah. Now the cool thing about Julie Corys and all and neon tetras and all that, they're all from the same type of they're all from the same area. The zebra Daniels though are from Africa. Julie Corys and the neon tetras are from, I believe, South America. Feel free to correct me on that, but I believe they're from South America. And the like I said, the zebra Danios, they're an African species, but they all live the same way. So, anyways, yep, that's my freshwater aquarium. So we come over here now to my Max Snow leopard gecko Ayashi, who's apparently asleep right now. But I'm gonna move the lids. I'm gonna open the lid so you guys get a better view of her and all that. So those of you who don't know where these leopard geckos come from, leopard geckos are normally found in the desert regions of Pakistan, maybe the lower parts of yeah, they go all the way, their range goes from Pakistan to all the way through Iran and in Afghanistan, the Middle East, the whole area right there. And they're a desert dwelling species, but let me mind you guys out there, okay? Just because an animal is a desert dwelling species and all that, does not mean that you should be putting them all on a bunch of sand. Now, you may think this is sand in here. This is not sand. This is actually excavator. This is a Zoomed's excavator clay substrate. It's a hardened surface type thing. Although apparently she likes to dig it up, so that's why it's a little loose all over the place. But I don't. When I feed her and all that stuff, I don't feed her. I let the crickets run around. But I mean, this is why I saw the base instead of a loose substrate, so that she won't get that danger of impaction. Less of a chance with this stuff. But anyways, I also gave her a more naturalistic environment. The naturalistic environment for a leopard gecko is not all sand, guys, alright? It's not sand. It's never been sand. The area that they come from, in Afghanistan especially, it is compacted sandstone, alright? But however, a lot of people are saying, oh, because it's rocky areas and all that stuff that they are normally found in, does not mean that they don't necessarily run into a few sandy spots along the way. You're gonna, no matter where you are in the desert, it could be rocky and all that, you're still gonna run into a few areas of sand. So, and that's pretty much what happens when you live in a sandstone environment, where all your mountains are all made out of sandstone or whatever stone they are made out of. Eventually, the scouring creates its sand at the base of these things, and that's the sign of erosion on the rocks. But anyways, you will never find these guys normally out and about during the daytime. I'm gonna see if she's wanting to be awake right now. I'm just seeing. Okay, she's right there. Oh yeah, she. Come here, girl. Come here. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Oh yes. Okay, there she is. There she is, guys. There she is. And she is crawling up. Sorry to disturb you, Ayashi. But anyways, Ayashi here is my female leopard gecko, Max Snow, of course. She is very, very pretty. I love her to bits. Alright, guys, I absolutely love all my animals, though. I treat all my animals fairly and all that. I never, ever, ever abuse my animals, and I never will. For those of you people out there who do abuse their animals, or know somebody who is abusing their animals, please call the SPCA and let them know what's going on. And if you feel like the animal that the SPCA isn't going to be able to get in time, please take that animal away from the person, and at least when the guy calls the cops and the SPCA shows up, you can explain to them why you took the animal, and hopefully they'll understand at that point. And if they find that the person who is being accused of abusing their animal is abusing it, and find that you are able to take care of it, maybe they might just let you keep the animal. I don't know how the law works around that one. So you guys go ahead and you guys make your own assumption on that. But that's about as much as I'm going to tell you about Ayasha here. Now we're going to go on to the big girl who started it all for me. This is Zubiri, my ball python. Now Zubiri here is hiding underneath her big giant bush right here, so you can see her chilling out. She just recently had a shed not too long ago, and that's why she's all bright and pretty right now. So yeah, so I got her about a year ago. She's a year old, as well as Ayasha is probably a year old. So I got her. So when I got her, she was actually smaller than this. She's absolutely gorgeous right now. She's moving around. You can see her moving around. Right there, checking this out. Absolutely gorgeous animals. For people who say, oh, snakes are slimy and disgusting. Those are the people who have never held a snake before. So let me tell you a little bit of history behind the ball pythons and natural history about them. Their range is all the way from Central Africa, alright? So they go on into the western to Central Africa. My mistake, sorry guys. Western to Central Africa. They can be found in all different areas, savannas, rainforests. In the savannas, you're going to find these animals hanging out in termite mounds. In the rainforest areas, or along the edges of rainforests, and all that, you're going to find them in animal burrows. You also find those in animal burrows in the savannas as well. But, anyways, their range goes from all the way from like Ghana to almost the Republic of Congo in the central part of Africa, and a little bit maybe north and a little bit south as well. Now, the cool thing about these animals is this is the easiest species. This is one of the easiest reptiles they have for a beginner. If you're a beginner and you're just getting into this, I would recommend getting one of these because they don't move much. They aren't gonna. Then they're not aggressive. They're not aggressive. They won't bite you unless you do something incredibly stupid, which or provoke them or anything like that. Just don't provoke them. Don't poke them around them. If they feel like don't want to be held, then they don't want to be held. So just don't don't do it. But honestly, these guys tolerate it. I don't say the snakes love being. No reptile likes being held. They just tolerate it. All right. Some reptiles are able to tolerate it better than others. Others are just generally. You're not supposed to handle them whatsoever, like your chameleons. They're not supposed to be handled whatsoever. They're just an animal you can look at from inside your tank. But sometimes some people are able to tame their chameleons up enough, but not a lot of times. You're not supposed. Another species that you're not supposed to handle is, like I said, my giant day gecko. I will never be taking him out of his cage or holding him because their skin will actually slough off, and that is due to the fact that their skin is very, very, very gentle. It is very, 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 very sensitive to touch and can easily tear. Alright? So, don't handle your chameleons or giant day geckos whatsoever. Those are animals you normally would just consider little conversation pieces. You just keep them in their tank and they're perfectly fine. The only other species I would recommend handling is your snakes. Snakes in general, you can handle the snakes and all that. Just be careful which one you guys get. Alright, some snakes are for more advanced people than others. Like, take the boa constrictors for instance. They're pretty and all that stuff, but they're for more advanced snake holder, reptile owner. And if I were to get one, I would be absolutely thrilled to have one myself. I probably will be getting a boa constrictor or another BP. I'm not sure yet. I will figure that out as we go. In fact, either that or I will be getting a Savannah monitor. We'll find out about that because the pet store that the reptile store that I go to, which is called the Reptile Room, he's currently right now got baby Savannah monitors, and right now, if I got a baby Savannah monitor right now, I wouldn't know what to do with him once he started getting bigger. I'd probably donate him to the zoo, but I'm pretty sure the zoo wouldn't take him. But anyways, that was just an update on my reptile collection. How my reptile collection is going. I'll leave you here with Zubiri, and if you got any more questions and all that, if you got any more questions and all that stuff that you would like me to answer, please leave those in the comments below, and I will be checking you out. I will check them out and read them and answer your questions to the best of my abilities. And like I said, if I cannot answer any questions that you have, I will recommend you to somebody who can answer the question better than him. Because like I said, there are people out there who have owned reptiles longer than I have, and are a lot more experienced than I am. Alright, so once again, this is Michael Davis, MCD Reptiles. Peace. Oh yeah, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel already. Please hit that subscribe button. Alright, see ya.